Who really is your friend? Your relative? Your family? Someone you met at work? In the bar? Club? Or maybe in school? Do you really know them as you claim to? Why is it so hard for you to believe that this earth isn't inhabited by humans alone? And no, I'm not talking about the common extraterrestrial deception out there, for that's a lie. Check out my previous video for proof. I've always said that the earth and its works all belong to Gorilla and the aliens, aka fallen angels, aka demons. They have infiltrated the earth, living among men, and have also recruited people who are willing to do their bid. People which includes the astrologers, the pastors, the politicians, the moguls and tycoons, the celebrities, the superstars, the average Joe, the doctors, the nurses, the lawyers, the brokers, the realtors, farmers, plumbers, newscasters, YouTubers, etc. Everyone in every aspect of life, including your friends, your relatives, and especially even your family. Hi, I'm Joseph. Welcome to Logical Truth TV. And as usual, here's the intro. If you are new to this channel, you are welcome, and you should know that this is a series. Matter of fact, this is the 18th video in this series, so please go and watch my previous video so that you will follow up on the storyline of this channel and your enlightenment will be complete. Thank you. By the way, subscribe also to proudly be a part of this family. Back to topic. Only one said in the precious book, aka the Holy Bible, in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 11 to 12, put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. As only one said in the precious book, aka the Holy Bible, in John 10:10, the thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life, and they may have it more abundantly. This is to make you understand that the times you have had a quarrel, for example, with someone, whether it was your fault or the other person's, in reality and in truth, the reason for such quarrels is the unseen spirit or demons in you or that person. The demons tempt, but it's your job to reject the temptations. Every negative thing that happens between two humans or more is usually instigated by a or multiple demons. And if you noticed, I said between two or more humans. And that's because not everyone you've met in your lifetime so far are actually humans. Gorilla and his crew occasionally take a human form, not by possession. They actually change themselves to become human beings and walk among men, destroying men as usual. They are usually at the bars, nightclubs, marketplaces, churches, parties, secret meetings among the shadow, riverbanks, and so on. And then they leave and go back to the spirit plane to go and continue governing their evil works around the world. But also Gorilla and his crew create demons like them and give them different destructive assignments and send them to possess men. So now those demons enter into men by possessing them and make them live lives of and orchestrate wickedness and unrighteousness all over the earth. For example, what Cain did to Abel. Remember, I've been telling you that the entertainment industry lets us know our reality in the form of entertainment. Yet, most of us don't have any idea what they do. Watch this movie, They Live, released in 1988, and I'll be back.
Venom of snakes is under their lips. Their mouths are full of bitterness and curses. And in their paths, nothing but ruin and misery. And the fear of God is not before their eyes. They have taken the hearts and minds of our leaders. They have recruited the rich and the powerful, and they have blinded us to the truth. Our human spirit is corrupted, Why do we worship greed? Because outside the limit of our sight, feeding off us, perched on top of us from birth to death, are our owners. Our owners. They have us. They control us. They are our masters. Wake up. They're all about you, all around.
Sometimes when I watch TV, I stop being myself and I'm the star of a series or I have my own talk show or I'm on the news getting out of a limo, going someplace important. All I ever have to do is be famous. People watch me and they love me. And I never grow old and I never die.
And you've always thought you couldn't dare press on nails because of all the active things you do? Well, if you're ready for beautiful, natural-looking, easy-to-apply nails, pre-colored in 7 luscious hues, just...
Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second time night that asshole's cut in.
The movement was begun 8 months ago by a small group of scientists who discovered, quite by accident, these signals being sent through...
Things giving me a headache. Yeah, tell me about it. Must took the hackers months to figure out how to do this.
We... keep us sedated.
They're pulling the water out of the sand.
They are dismantling the sleeping middle class. More and more people are becoming poor. We are their cattle. We are being bred for slavery. The revolution...
Not again.
We cannot break their signal. Our transmitter is not powerful enough. The signal must be shut off at the source.
I've got one that can see.
Just keep driving.
Where am I going? Please.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
You're fighting the forces of evil that none of us can see without sunglasses.
Our projections show that by the year 2025, not only America, but the entire planet will be under the protection and the dominion of this power alliance. The gains have been substantial, both for ourselves and for you, the human power elite. You have given us entree to the resources we need in our ongoing quest for multidimensional expansion. And in return, the per capita income of each of you here tonight has grown, in this year alone, by an average 39%.
And here we got the brains of the whole operation. Faster signal goes out from here to the satellite. We pump it out all over the world.
Let's go!
Don't interfere, you can't win.
As you just watched, it's all true except for about 5% of the movie. Them claiming they're extraterrestrials is a lie, and also the part that claims they encourage us to marry is also a lie. They're fighting against marriage because our Creator desires that from us. Also, you don't need a special glasses to see them. Only one by His Spirit can open your spirit eyes to see the truth in everyone and in our reality. Apart from what I've mentioned, every other thing in the movie is accurate, and they've shown us our reality to our face, but yet you think it's just entertainment, which isn't true. Yahweh said in the precious book, aka the Holy Bible, in Mark chapter 8 verse 36 to 37, "For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul?" He said this because this is a common theme among men. We're never satisfied with the life we have and live, and so we strive to look for a so-called greener pastures. And Gorilla and his crew also knows this about us, and that's because they are the ones who taught us never to settle for less, for we deserve more, they say. Just so we will do anything, which includes disobeying our Creator's instructions by living a life filled with wickedness and unrighteousness, in order for Gorilla and his crew to gain more control over us and our affairs, to prepare us for their much anticipated world and government. Men are always unsatisfied thanks to Gorilla and his crew, and are directed by Gorilla and his crew to look for ways to achieve their ultimate goal, to get their ultimate God, the ultimate God being money, which then is associated with fame and recognition, power and godhood. And so men, which may include your relatives, your friends, or your family, or even you, influenced by devils incarnates, which may be strangers, friends, or family, tend to make wrong choices or decisions either by willingly or apprehensively involving themselves into diabolic acts like magic, aka sorcery, aka spells, aka divination, aka necromancy, aka witchcraft, in order to achieve the ultimate goal of wealth and good living. And sometimes man involves themselves in such diabolic acts out of curiosity or seeking protection of some sort, or even seeking vengeance against a fellow man, etc. But ultimately, they involve themselves in the diabolic act, which also means they've, whether ignorantly or not, willingly invited Gorilla and his crew into their lives forever. Yes, I said forever, because that's how it works. If you invite Gorilla and his crew into your lives, they stay from generation to generation, and they can only leave when you run to our Creator Yahweh, and He chases them forever. And like I said before, Gorilla and his crew are cursed, and all they know is to steal and kill and destroy, which means as you have given them access to your lives by whatever diabolic acts for whatever purpose, there is always a caveat to it, which usually isn't worth whatever you sought from them and they gave to you. For example, they can curse you from generation to generation with cancer and other illnesses, premature death, miscarriages, madness, violence, domestic violence, accidents, molestation, bad luck, lack of marriage or sustained marriage, lack of peace in marriage and in life, alcoholism, homelessness, occultism, poverty, abnormal bleeding, halitosis, obesity, thievery or kleptomania, barrenness, unemployment, and so many more, because they are very creative at destroying lives. And it doesn't just end there. They, that is Gorilla and his crew, recruit those who sort things from them by initiating them even deeper, creating a deeper, almost unbreakable bond with them, and make them a shadow, and begin to use them in the fellow man's lives, initiating and orchestrating wickedness and unrighteousness. Some of you know what I'm talking about, and some of you don't. But I can assure you, not everyone around you, be it strangers, friends, relatives, or family, are completely human. Some are shadow, and some are actually demons in the form of flesh. If you doubt me, you'll eventually become a believer, and then you'll understand why some of the people around you always gave bad advices to you and led you to the path of unrighteousness. And some, on helping you with whatever you requested of them, brought chaos into your lives that actually confused you because there was a sudden circumstantial change in your life. For some of you who have realized that someone or someone's in your family is into the diabolism, you are not alone. And my advice is run to our Creator Yahweh and you'll be safe. Also, I know that some of you coming across this information know what I'm talking about because you are already a minion of the evil ones. But you can't say nor confess it, or it may cost your life or something close to that. My advice to you is abandon being a shadow. Abandon Gorilla and his crew. Do not be afraid of them. Just boldly and genuinely run to our Creator Yahweh, and He will deliver you from their wicked clutches and ways, and you will in turn be used by only one to deliver people who are shadow like you were. So I ask you this question: who really is your friend? Do you really know those close to you? Are you deceived by their smiles, quirkiness, attention, support, sacrifice, and compassion towards you? Do not be fooled. That's always the strategy. You are not meant to know that they are your enemy, so they'll use your vulnerable emotions against you. And some of you might think to yourselves, they won't harm me because they love me, which would have been true if they weren't serving Gorilla and his crew. But because they are, they have no choice but to harm you. It's a requirement for the program. So if you realize such a thing is happening around you, and if you can, please flee from them. Escape. Do not think love will prevent them from destroying you. Love was taken away from them when they pledged their allegiance to Gorilla and his crew. Yahweh is the only safe bet and protector that allows for love to flourish, for He is love itself. So run to Him and you'll never regret it. Thanks for watching Logical Truth TV. And if you haven't already, you should subscribe, like, and share. Also, turn on the notification bell icon to get notified when I post a new video. Link is in the description below if you want to support me. Thanks again, I love you, and I'm out.